Important one, housing. The housing crisis, as we know, has existed in Duluth for a long time. Northern News Now just did an exclusive report on this very issue just last night. We know in the last year progress has been made to create more affordable housing, but we've also reported on plans to create more apartment-style housing downtown. However, the city's top employers say they're having a very difficult time attracting workers to the city because of a lack of single-family homes. Why does that type of housing continue to be lacking, and what can be done at the city level to create more? We're going to begin with you, Mayor Larson.
Thank you for the question. First of all, I want to correct the information because the reporting actually does not tell the story from the Housing Indicator Report. The net gain of single-family housing in my 7-year tenure is actually close to 170 single-family houses. The net gain of housing overall, and this is inclusive of demolition, is 1,900 units of housing overall, 1,700 if you include demolition. So I would be happy to provide the Housing Indicator Report, which is public and ties back to the permitting and all of the paperwork necessary. But going back to the question, what we need to do is be absolutely tenacious about every single opportunity we have. Lester Golf is a perfect example. We have scalable land, which is very difficult for us to come by. We have an RFP. We have offered it numerous times. It's a perfect fit for housing, for expanding the tax base, for building in retail and connectivity. But I would be happy to share greater clarification and more accurate numbers for housing.
Mayor Larson, thank you. Roger, you have 1 minute with the same question about housing.
Sure.
Right now, why does that type of housing continue to be lacking in the city, and what can be done at the city level to create more single-family homes?
Sure. Thank you. First of all, a great story last night. And whether that number is 36 or whether it's over 100, and the 36 number reported here as well as in the Star Tribune, so two credible news sources apparently getting the number wrong. The issue is that our housing market is stuck in the middle. And the story was spot on in two ways. Number one, our top priority around housing has to be for purchase single-family homes. And number two, the single greatest thing that the city can do is get involved in the infrastructure side. When you sit with builders, they will tell you two things. Number one, before they even start building a home, they often have $100,000 in because of streets and utilities and site prep. And that's a place that the city can be helpful because it's not the city's job to build homes. It is our job to do the infrastructure. And secondly, provide a better environment to get those processes moving along. That story last night highlighted that as well. We continue to be a difficult place to do business and to build homes.
Roger, thank you.
And Mayor Larson, you'd like to offer a rebuttal.
I would. Thank you. Accuracy in numbers is incredibly important. Pay attention to the facts, pay attention to what is accurate. We don't get to make up things to support a narrative. We absolutely have to tie it back to what's accurate and what correlates to the actual data. I'm proud that as a community we have a housing trust fund that we are expanding into new areas. I'm thrilled that employers are here to step up in a meaningful way. And to be honest, we need a mayor who is hopeful about our future and not tied back to an old narrative that we're a bad place to do business.
Thank you, Mayor Larson. Now, we also opened up